My name is Lukasz. I'm a security solution architect at Gcore. Firstly, thank you for organizing this conference, Conf42. I'm excited to talk to you about our comprehensive approach here at Gcore to protect infrastructure from DDoS attacks. Also, why connecting web application protection with protecting infrastructure is crucial in current times. During my talk, feel free to ping me over Slack. If you have any questions or comments, I will do my best to answer all of them. Firstly, I want to, in my speech, talk about the Gcore infrastructure, what the cybersecurity means in current times, also about the DDoS attack, what the DDoS attack means, protecting your infrastructure with the Gcore. Firstly, let's go to the Gcore infrastructure. Gcore. So we are a global company. It means that we are located across the whole world. You can find our point of presence across the whole world. We have more than 180 points of presence across the whole world. Also, we have more than 50 cloud locations. We are located in Luxembourg. There we have the headquarters. But also, like I said, we have the global presence. Core of our industry, this is the low latency secure network. It means that we are focusing to provide a low latency network for all of our customers. Also, what we can say that due to that our network capabilities, we are more than sure we are able to handle everything, all the traffic that is coming to us. Also the biggest DDoS attacks, but about that I will tell you a bit later on. What the cybersecurity means. So cybersecurity, cybersecurity is very large topic. So what it means that protecting and monitoring, we need to protect and monitor everything. Yeah, why not everything? It's impossible, but let's split it. So we need to protect the network. Of course, network, this is the core thing for most of us. Most of our businesses. Endpoints, physical and devices in each of the company. This is crucial that we need to protect them and monitor what users of our in our company are doing, what our workers are doing on the devices. This is crucial from the security point of view, from the cybersecurity. Later on, applications, also web applications, and also the applications that we have on our endpoints. Web applications, we need to monitor them and we need to protect them. Web applications, crucial for our business, for most of us. Later on, access, IAM. So privileges and what the users can perform. This is crucial to protect and monitor what the users can do and what they can do. Provide the lowest privileges that they should have to just be sure that we are not providing access to something someone shouldn't have access to. So, all of this, we are going to the cyber threats. Cyber threats are escalating. Everyone will agree. I don't think so that we'll have here someone who will say that cyber threats are not escalating and they are decreasing. No, cyber threats are increasing a lot. We received a lot of reports that this rise in the cyber threats is parabolic currently. Maybe later on in the common years, it will just be increased step by step. Maybe due to AI, due to maybe machine learning, we'll be able to reduce the rise of the cyber threats at least by something. But currently, I don't think so. Cyber threats are really rising. It means that the number of the crimes, cyber crimes, will be more and more. For us, it means that we have more and more DDoS attacks. So we have more applications to protect, more infrastructure to protect, more servers that we need to protect. So more things that we need to protect. Number of the attacks are increasing. So we have more servers, more attacks, more different types of attack. So we have disaster from the security point of view. And here you have Gcore to protect you from everything. From near everything. Like I said, number of the trees is increasing. And the scale of this increasing. Also the scale or the DDoS attack is increasing. So this is with what the people need to face. In case that, our security protocols, everything that we have from security point of view is fine here and now. Here and now our network capabilities for dealing with the DDoS attack are fine. But what about in 5 years? What about in 10 years? Are we sure that without doing anything that will increase our capabilities to deal with the cyber threats, we'll stay on this business, we'll stay on the network, we'll be visible, we'll be able to provide the services to our customer? I don't think so. To be honest, you need to increase your security level Currently, you need to increase, you need to build better services, you need to build more services, you need to build everything better, more, and bigger infrastructure. Going further, what about the DDoS attacks? We can have one attack, maybe we have more attacks. Yeah, so we have mostly 3 different types of the DDoS attack. The most common one, to be honest. Volumetric attack. It means that we have an attacker that is sending tons of the requests. Like we can imagine millions, the whole ocean of the request of the traffic that is coming to our backend server. And our server won't be able to deal with it. I'm more than sure that in case of the DDoS attack without any protection, 99/9.99% of the servers will be taken down. Of course, in case that there will be small DDoS attack, in such case, maybe server will survive and we'll have super server from future. So volumetric attacks. So here we have the tons of the requests, a lot of requests, mostly it means that there is like this attack will try to use all the bandwidth, all the resources that we have on the server, on the bandwidth that we have available. Mostly here, attackers are using UDP flood, CMP floods, so IPsec flood. So a lot of packets that they are just spamming with it. There is totally spam on this request. And there is like near zero of the good requests here. So this is a typical volumetric attack. Later on, we have connection attacks. So here we have the attacks that they are just attacker is creating here the connection and never ending this connection. It means that we have the one user that is logging to the shop, for example, the web shop, adding something to the cart and doing nothing. And we have 10,000 such clients. Okay. That will just use all of our resources that the server that we have. Later on, what in case that we have the game server and we have the attacker that is establishing 20,000 or 20 million connections to the server from the one user. That's possible. And in such case, without a DDoS protection, this attacker being treated as a normal user, we just use all the resources that we have on our server. Here, attackers mostly use like previously, UDP TCP protocol, but mostly this part that is responsible for keeping the connection. So the connection is still kept open. So the connection is keep open forever until we, from the server side, we will close this connection. So it means that if the connection is never closed, so we have problem because our server soon will be out of the resources. And if we don't have the resources for attacker, great. But in the same time, we have normal user who want to perform some actions. In such case, he won't be able to do that. Due to that, without that, the user won't be able to perform normal actions due to all the resources are reserved for the non-existing user for the connections that they are opened by the attacker. It means we have the problem. We have the problem because normal user is not able to perform any actions. Later on. So these 2 types of the attack, they are mostly on the layer 3, layer 4. On the layer 7, we have the application attacks. Application attacks, they are mostly focusing on the complexity of the attack. They are trying to use some kind of the vulnerabilities on the server, vulnerabilities on the web application. So it means that we try to use some kind of the small part of the volume that we can to just use the server in a way that he will, for example, do some recurrences, do some loop inside some processes on the server. And in this way, we'll just use all the resources on the machine, on the server, and the server won't be able to respond for the normal user activities. So that's the issue. That's the problem that we are facing here, the application attacks. Okay, what further? So we have the attacks. We have the attacks and we have challenges. Yeah, because we have attacks and we have challenges. What the good DDoS protection would be able to handle? What good DDoS protection will be able to do? Firstly, real-time protection. Real-time protection is crucial in current times. Can you imagine that? Okay, we have 2 scenarios. We have a DDoS protection that is providing the protection since beginning, always on, full traffic is filtered. And second protection, that is filtering 100% of the DDoS attack, but after 1 minute you have 100% fully mitigating all the DDoS attack. You know what? The first DDoS protection will be better if we protect from even if, for example, it will be cheaper, 80%, 90%, and he will do the same because he will firstly clean all the traffic. And the second protection will be much cheaper, but it will clean the traffic from after first minute. In the 1 minute, attacker will be able to, for example, send to you 1 terabit per second over 60 seconds. I don't think so that we have the server in the world that will be able to handle 1 terabit per second over continuously 1 minute. I don't think so that we have server like that on the world. The issue that we are facing with the DDoS protection, this is the real-time protection. It means that all the traffic that is delivered to the server, it must be already clean. And this is the approach that, for example, we at Gcor, we are doing. So we are be sure that the traffic that is sent to our customers is already cleaned. If you are not cleaning firstly the whole incoming traffic, that's the issue. That's the big issue. Because you are allowing the attacker to send the malicious request, malicious payload, malicious huge amount of the traffic to the server. Even after 1 minute, you will clean everything. The server will be already down after this 1 minute. Or maybe not responsible for, I don't know, a few hours without resetting. So that's the issue. That's why the real protection is needed. Also, okay, we have two different scenarios, the web application and the game server. For the web application, okay, after 1 minute, maybe we restart the server, everything that will be fine because we have this protection. Okay, maybe someone want to make this approach. But what about the game server? Okay, about the games, if we have the game server, we need protection here, now, in real time, always. I can't imagine that someone who is hosting, for example, the game and have thousands of the servers will allow to restart all of the servers after 1 minute because the DDoS attack happened. I think he will have tons of the angry players that will stop playing his game. They will leave the game, they will leave the server, they will stop buying something in the shop, for example, from this game. So that's the huge problem. Going further, network code design. This is a challenge for DDoS protection because, for example, if we take the game servers, the net code of the games, different games using different, it means that different net code is used by different games. So we have thousands of the different type of we can have thousands of the different network code design. I'm more than sure in at least even 1% of this code is vulnerable. We have problem for this game that they're using this protocol because attackers will more than sure use these vulnerabilities. So here we need a DDoS attack that will be preventing from exploiting such things. In case that, okay, there will be vulnerability that will allow attackers to use something. But in front of it, we have the DDoS protection that is blocking all of the malicious requests based on some rules. Yeah, with this approach, we can leave the DDoS protection part from the network code design. Of course, code should be good, but we can leave this network code design part to the DDoS protection solution to be sure that the DDoS protection solution will prevent everything from that. It will prevent the attackers from using these vulnerabilities. Later on, we have the evolving threats. Like I said at the beginning, threats are evolving. Okay, I will tell a bit later on, but also evolving threats. What we are facing currently, what scenarios we are, this is scenarios from the real cases. Like attackers are doing a lot of work. They are spending a lot of money to just realize that the user, that the customer is, for example, hosting the web server, the web application on the same machine, on the same network, that also the infrastructure, for example, the game servers. We have the case that someone's hosting the game server, for example, I don't know, Minecraft. They have the Minecraft server, and we have also some shop inside the Minecraft server. And maybe this shop is on the same machine, on the same network that is the game server. So maybe we can use the web application that is not using the web application firewall to take down the infrastructure, to take down the server, the game server, and vice versa. Maybe we'll be able to take down the web application, taking down the whole infrastructure by taking down the game server. If we don't use here the full comprehensive approach. Also, using botnets, this is also a huge problem for future and also for current times. Going further, high performance infrastructure. Crucial point, because I can't imagine that someone will be able to handle a huge DDoS attacks without the good infrastructure, good performance on this infrastructure, and good quality on the service that he's providing. Without the good infrastructure, you are not able to provide the good service. So we need high performance, super fast servers, and super good fast DDoS protection with the lowest latency. Because, okay, all kind of the protection is adding some latency. Here at Gcor, we are providing the lowest latency that is possible to our customers, because we are the closest source. We are the closest on the source attack that's possible to reduce the latency, to reduce the risk for our customers. Going further, we have the DDoS protection and we have the web application. Okay, so we have the web application. When we have the web application, we need to protect it from the DDoS attacks, layer 3, layer 4, mostly, for example, the infrastructure and also the web application. Protecting the web application means the typical web application firewall. Yeah, because we need it. I can't imagine going live with even a library, with a non-profit service, non-profit application without the simple web application firewall. This is totally no-go from security point of view. Later on, bot management. We have good bots and bad bots. Good bots, they are bots that they are, for example, they are the web search bots, indexing bots and other bots like that. They are good ones. We want to allow them to reach our application. But in the same time, we don't want to allow bad bots like scrapping bots, some bots that they are doing some autonomous tests, penetration tests on our website. We don't want such bots, and we need to block them. We need to block them on the application layer. Later on, we have a DDoS protection. We have the layer 3, layer 4 DDoS protection, but also volumetric attacks there. And also we have the volumetric attacks on the layer 7. Yeah, it happens. Why not? We can have tons of the DDoS attacks that are on the layer 7, and they are, for example, the HTTP floods. Yeah, why not? Attackers can do that, can send that. So we need also the DDoS protection, also the volumetric one on the layer 7. For that, you need the huge infrastructure. You need huge network capabilities. API security. This is like also very important thing. I can't imagine that you just running some services without the API protection. In the current times, with the current solutions, with the current threats that they're arising, this is crucial point. And everything like that, for example, in our solution, in our web solution. Going further, we discussed the 2 layers of the DDoS protection. To be honest, this is the 3 layer from the technical point of view. Layer 3, layer 4, and layer 7. But let's split it here as 2 layers. Layer 3 and 4, protecting the infrastructure, and layer 7, protecting the web application. For the protecting the infrastructure, so our main objective is to protect the infrastructure, the servers, the network, the heart, the inside, the core of everything. Here on the web application side, we are like protecting the web application. It can be, we can say that this is the front end for our customers, for our clients, that they will use, for example, some e-commerce shops, some shops. They will try to, for example, make some access on the bank accounts, other things like that. On the layer 3, layer 4, we are focusing to protect against the attacks that will exhaust the network bandwidth, and they will just overwhelm our resources that we have on our servers. On the web application side, we have same risks. And also, additionally, we need to figure out that if the attacks want to use some vulnerabilities on our web application, I can't imagine that we are running web application without the WAF, and we have vulnerability that will allow, for example, have negative balance on the bank account. You know what? I don't think so. That will be good from the reputation point of view. Speaking about the reputation, we'll speak about it later on. Going further. So we have the attack. And what in case that we have a typical small customer that is using, for example, a few servers, maybe some tools, like some small WAF, maybe some, let's say, manual DDoS protection rules. In case of the DDoS attack, his chances to survive are near zero. Because this is like, he's trying to build the protection without having enough tools. For example, I can imagine that there will be similar situation like we are trying to build a wall without the tools. Wall, for example, from the bricks, but we can't make bricks because we don't have enough tools. Or we can't cut the tree to build some palisade because we don't have also the tools to that. In such case, here the user, the person that is trying to protect himself and his infrastructure from this attack without the tools, his chances to survive are near zero. But when he will start using some tools, he will recognize that, okay, I have more tools, I have more options, I have more capabilities to deal with the attacker. Maybe I will be able to survive and my business will be on the good road. Yeah, but to do that, you need the DDoS protection. You need some tools. Tools are bring by the DDoS protection, by the web application protection, by the by the solutions like our, when we are able to provide the tools for our customers to survive the DDoS attack, to survive the attacks from the attackers, to survive on the current with the current risks. But when we have a DDoS attack, okay, we have a DDoS attack. Let's say we blocked 50% of the traffic with our manual tools. We didn't use any advanced provider. And okay, we survived somehow, but we had a few hours of interruption of our services, our databases somewhere in the dark web. Okay, and what's now? Okay, we have problem. Yeah, in such case, we have problem. So going in this direction, such user, such typical small company will have issues from the financial point of view. Yeah, because first of all, for example, that was the web shop. And they were not able to, users are not able to make some transactions on their website. Yeah, okay, we lost revenue. But what in case that we had also some legal consequences from that point of view? Because we had some agreement with other companies that in case that we won't be able to sell some kind of the shoes or something, let's say shoes, let's take the shoes. In the same time, we need to pay the fee because our shop was unable to sell. We are unable to sell the shoes for 10% of the time during, for example, 1 week or 1 month or 1 day. And due to that, we need to pay the fee because we agree on such agreements. So we have second time, we have the financial use. First one, customers didn't buy something in a web shop. Second, we need to pay the fee. So combining these two things, we are losing reputation. We are losing the trust in our business. This is very good. This is a very important point of view. Going further, comparing everything, we have disruption of the operations that we are performing and our users are able to perform. Can you imagine that you are hosting bank, international bank, and your users are unable to perform international bank transfer? Or maybe you are not able to send bank transfer between different banks. That's issue. Because, for example, what in case that you are not able to pay the law, if you are a bank and you need to pay the law or something like that? We are backing to the legal consequences. And this is why, because there was a DDoS attack and you didn't realize that maybe you need some DDoS protection. Going further, customer impact. This is the issue that I'm still facing this, and that people don't recognize that the customer is a king. Customer is the king. This is the truth, and we need to agree on that. Customer impact from the DDoS attack is huge. What in case that we have the group of friends, like 10 people, 10 friends, that they want to play some game. They buy the server from some hosting provider. Let's say they want to play Minecraft. They want to build some houses on the Minecraft. Okay, great. What in such case they buy the server, they pay for the server and the hosting that is under DDoS attack. And this server is constantly down. Okay, maybe they will survive somehow and maybe they will play on this server when there is outside of the DDoS attacks hours. But I'm more than sure later on they will never ever back in this hosting company. And also they will tell their friends that don't go to this hosting company. They are constantly under DDoS attack because were able to play on the Minecraft server that we pay the money. So can you see that this is like the spider web? This is increasing, like the customers are spreading the news, spreading the truth that this hosting company was not using the DDoS protection at all, or maybe some pure one, and we will pay for the server, but we are unable to use the services. And going further, we have the competitive disadvantage. With all these points, we have the issue that these customers, they will come to a different provider, a different hosting company. We are losing the clients, so we have -1 point, and our competitors are +1 point. So the distance between us and our competitors are 2 points. Everything due to that you didn't think about the DDoS protection. That's a problem, that the people are still thinking about the DDoS protection, and that's crucial. So what to do, how to survive in this cruel world? Stay with the G-Core. Protecting infrastructure with the G-Core. So what we are using in the G-Core, what's our approach at the G-Core? So firstly, I want to show you a quick video from the game, from the inside the game. On the left side, you will see the video on the game server that is unprotected, and on the right side, the server that is under the DDoS protection from the G-Core side. Game Counter-Strike, I think everyone played this game, or at least knew this game. So just please watch with me. As you can see, On the left side, we saw that the screen was shaking, the player was just constantly lagging, they was literally unable to play. What will be your experience from playing on the laggy server? I think negative. So you will just leave the server, leave the game, go to a different server provider. Yeah, on the right side, smooth game, no lags, everything was excellent. So on the left side, okay, what this person will think, okay, I don't want to play on the server, I will go to a different server provider. What about that? That will be totally two different games, maybe. And what in case that from the first one, that the game that is not under DDoS protection, the user will decide to just leave the game, go to a different game, and he will spend money on the different game, on the different server. So we are losing clients due to that. Even if the server was still up, server was still up. It was working, it was partially responding, but it was lagging, extremely lagging. That's the issue. Going further, combining the web application protection and also the protecting the infrastructure is crucial. Why? Because, okay, we have the layer 3, layer 4, and layer 7. Protecting the infrastructure on the layer 3, layer 4 is different than protecting the web application layer. When you have here, for example, on the slide, we have the HTTP flood attack. We have excellent web application firewall. It's blocking everything. Great. We allow only valid HTTP requests that will come to our endpoint server. Excellent. And in the same time, attacker recognizes that, okay, we are in this network, we are in the data center, this is our server, and he is attacking our infrastructure on the layer 3, layer 4. Our server will survive? I don't think so. We can have the best web application firewall. We can have 20 different web applications from firewall, each one behind each one. But when we don't have any protection for the infrastructure, our server will be down. Everything will be down because the server will be down due to the attacks on the layer 3, layer 4. Layer 7 will have nothing to do with because there will be no server to proceed the layer 7 requests. So this is why you need to protect also the infrastructure, the protection on the layer 3, layer 4, in the same time protecting the web application. So we need to protect layer 3, layer 4, also layer 7. What in case that you have the game server? This is example of the previous slide. What in case that you have the game server and also the web shop that is associated with this game server on the same machine? You need to protect both. You can protect only the web server and will leave the game server without the protection and protect only the web application. You can't do that because the attacker, I'm more than sure, they will check and they will attack both in the same time, and they will check which one is down due to the attack, and later on they will constantly attack that one part that is vulnerable without the protection. So that's the problem, and this is why you need to protect the web application and also the infrastructure. Gcore provides the comprehensive solution. You have the multi-layer DDoS defense, so we can protect against everything. We can protect against layer 3, layer 4. We can protect against the layer 7 attacks. We have everything that is available. I think what we don't have, maybe it's only some future technologies, but to be honest, we have the AI, and I think soon maybe we are working constantly on the good AI, and I think even we'll have technologies from the future that no one ever will have. First, let's take a look on the access control. What in case that we have the two different servers, game servers? One server in the US and second one server in the Europe. Firstly, on the server in the US, we want this server the users to play only from the US. Like the players from the US will play on the servers in the US. And for this server, we are blocking access to the traffic from the outside the US. Great, because from the security point of view, we are just blocking most of the world. So most of the attacks from the other countries won't be able to reach our server because on the DDoS side, we'll just block this, we make a geo blocking. And the same for the Europe. Traffic from the Europe stay in Europe, traffic from the US stay in the US. Right on, we have the rate limiting. Let's say that we need some limitations. Let's say we have the Minecraft server. Minecraft server, normal user, let's say, can create maximum 5 connections in the same time. So let's make a hard cap 6 connections per user on our server. Okay, great, because we are limiting the number of the requests that one user will be able to perform. Backing to the previous slide, we had the connection attacks. From this part, we are safe because we are protecting against such type of the attacks, because we are blocking the number of the requests, number of the connections that the attacker will be able to perform, reducing the power of the attack in case that we'll have something like that. Later on, we have, let's say, the packet validation. What in case that we don't want to proceed by our server some of the packets that they are like corrupted. Let's say the network. On the network side, there was some malfunctions. So there was like some network device was not working correctly, some edge router was not working correctly on one of the ISP. Okay, we don't want to provide such packets because we are not sure that if this is the normal packet or maybe this is the packet that they are sent by attacker and they are just looking like they are not fully good. There is something wrong with this packet, so let's block them. Yeah, why not? Game will work, players will be able to play because we can just proceed only with the valid packet. Later on, we have the machine learning, behavior analyze. Okay, what in case that we have in this game, we have the web shop. We have the web shop that will be inside this game, like inside the pop-up, the screen, the web browser that will be open inside the game. It's possible. Let's say, and in this web shop, players can buy some, let's say, some skins, some items in the game. Everything is connected with their account. Maybe they can add the credit card there. This is a huge machine. Everything is there, everything is inside the game, and we have the connection, everything. Our infrastructure, web application, and also players were able to pay there. Okay. And here we have someone that is adding constantly 10,000 things to the cart. Okay, that's not normal. And here we have the behavior analyze. So we can check if this is normal user or maybe this is not normal user. I don't think so that normal user will add 10,000 different items to the cart constantly. This is not normal. And here we have the behavior analyze, and our WAP can just block it based on the behavior analyze, because this is not normal behavior from the normal user. So this is like huge. With this approach that we have in the G-Core, we are protected against the layer 3, layer 4 attack, because the infrastructure is fully protected. We are protecting against the other attacks based on the signature analyzing. We are protecting against the attacks. And for example, on the behavior analyze. So this is huge. So we are fully protected. Everything in one place. Everything is global. You can do it everywhere, on each server. Everything is fully automated. You can use everything set up everything from the home. Excellent. So later on, we have the DDoS protection. We have the WAP, and also we have the CDN. When you have this, let's say the example from the previous slide, this web shop that is inside the game. Okay, maybe we have the servers across the whole world and we want to just reduce the latency that the users that they are having in this web shop to minimum. So we can use the CDN. Why don't use the CDN from the provider that we are already using the WAF and the DDoS protection? Everything is working correctly. Everything in one place. Everything is working correctly. And also, we have the DDoS protection and the WAF also for the CDN. Wow, looks good. I don't think so that some attackers, when they will see that they can break the layer 3, layer 4 protection on the infrastructure level, they can break the web application. They see right now, okay, this person is also using the CDN. Let's just leave and try to find another person to attack. Our CDN is also fully protected against the DDoS attacks. So it means that we are protecting against the DDoS attack. With the CDN, with the content delivery network, we are also able to deliver everything to our customers with the lowest latency. So it means that if normally, let's say the web shop will be loading in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, because there will be a lot of pictures, videos, maybe on the website or something like that. With the CDN, it will load in 10 seconds. Why? This is huge reducing, let's say. I don't think so that users will say that the loading time 3 minutes is better than 10 seconds, or maybe 30 seconds, even 20 seconds. So this is everything that we are providing in the G-Core. So we have the DDoS protection, WAF, and also we can combine the WAF and DDoS inside the CDN. So we can protect you against everything. We can protect the infrastructure. We can protect the web application layer. That looks good, to be honest. We have many companies that trust us. We have many companies, many hosting providers. We have many games that we are protecting. Everyone is like happy from using us. I'm more than sure that at least few websites that you visited last time and few games servers that you played and few games that you played are protected by us. And I'm more than sure we expect you had there zero lags, zero issues with everything. I hope you enjoy the talk. Thank you for joining me today. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or you want to discuss any part of the solutions I presented today. Have a great conference. Stay safe with the Gcore. Bye.